Hey there, this is Adam White, founder of Adam White Speaks and author of Made for Greatness, the 7 Habits that Unlock Greatness Within. And I am so excited today to introduce you to my brand new course based on the book, Made for Greatness, the 7 Habits that Unlock Greatness Within. You know, the question has often been asked, what separates the poor from the wealthy? What separates successful people from people that have failed? And it is hidden within habits. That is the answer. It's based on the habits that one group of people does that another won't do. And that determines whether they are successful or whether they fail. In this course, I decided to put together 7 powerful habits that have taken me over 10 years to study, research, and practice in my own life that has produced tremendous results. I started as starting out with a failure situation. I was forced to move into my parents' basement, lost everything I had, and just in 2 years of practicing these 7 habits, I was able to turn my life around. I bought a Subway franchise and more than 14 pieces of investment property here in Michigan. And so I'm very glad and very delighted to share these habits with you. I can promise you one thing: if you take this course, it will transform your entire life, your results, your relationships, because it did the same for me. And many successful people are using these 7 habits that I've taken time to cultivate and create for you. So let's get started. Today I want to jump in and just show you an outline of what's in each module of this awesome Made for Greatness habit online training course. Module 1 is Habit 1, Take the Lead. In Module 1, we're going to talk about leader versus follower mindset. There's a different mindset we need to have as a leader and not a follower. As long as we have a follower type of mindset, we'll always follow others. We'll never truly take the lead in our own life. The next thing we're going to talk about is 5 types of life centers. There are 5 types of life centers that we center our life and focus our life around, and that determines the direction and the destination of our lives. We got to make sure that our life centers are in alignment and we're focused on the right things. That's taking the lead in our life. We're also going to talk about life alignment in Module 1. You know, we have a public life, a personal life, and a private life. There's 3 lives that we must align, and we're going to talk about how to align our lives so that whatever we do in the public is what we do in our very private life. We're going to look at that closely in Module 1. We're also going to talk about 5 ways to change our self-perception, our self-image. You know, oftentimes our image or perception of ourselves is a result of what someone has said to us. Our mom said something, or a school teacher said something, a boss said something. All of a sudden, we start to believe and have a perception about who we are based on what others have said, based on external influence. We're going to dive deep and talk about 5 specific ways to change our self-perception and our self-image. We're also going to talk about self-esteem and self-worth. You know, the word esteem means to appreciate the worth, appreciate the value of. Do you really appreciate the value of yourself? Maybe someone has said or done something that caused you to not understand your worth and your value. So we're going to dive deep into talking about self-esteem and our self-worth. We're also going to have in Module 1 our to-do list. That's right. You're going to school. We're going to take some homework here and learn and apply what we learn so that this is not just a course for you to take. It's a transformational experience for you. We're going to look at our audio, video, worksheets, and downloads. Module 2 is Habit 2, Prepare for Greatness. You have to prepare for the greatness that's coming in your life. It's not just going to fall in your lap. You have to be prepared. You don't want to miss opportunities. So Module 2 is Habit 2, Prepare for Greatness. And in this module, we're going to talk about how to find your purpose and define your mission. You know, the universal question is always being asked as I travel around the country and talk to audiences. People want to know, how do I find my purpose? Why am I here? Why was I born? And so this course is powerful because Module 2 is going to help you to find your purpose and find your mission. You're going to find out and discover you and why you were here and what's the purpose for your life, and then begin to go after it using these modules and these tools. All right, we're going to talk about goals and plans. You know, as a kid, I used to think goals are unnecessary. They're a boring waste of time. But when I found the power of goals can actually move me closer, that just by writing my goals down, they actually move towards me. That's something that happens within us, and we'll talk about that in the course, that I begin to see the value of goals. So maybe you've got some goals, but maybe they're not clear. Maybe you're a little fuzzy about your future. We're going to talk very specifically about how to set goals and plans in a proper way to get you moving and prepared for greatness. Then we're going to talk about movement and momentum. You know, it's not enough just to write the goals down or to have a plan. Oftentimes you will start a New Year's resolution and we won't follow through. I'll lose 15 pounds. I'll start a new relationship. I'll open this business. I'll write that book this year. And 5 years later, we still haven't accomplished what we said we were going to do. So we're going to get you into movement and get some momentum going behind you in module 2, prepare for greatness. And then we're going to talk about creating a map and how to use that map. You know, no vehicle of life starts out without a destination. They say that an aircraft never leaves the ground until it has a destination. So when you ride on a plane, that plane knows exactly where it's going. It knows the route that it's going to take. It knows the altitude that it's going to fly. And the same has to be for you. So in here, we're going to help you get your vehicle of life off the ground and have your destination set by creating a map. And we're also going to teach you how to use that map. We're also going to talk about 4 ingredients needed for preparation. There are 4 specific things, 4 ingredients you need to add to your recipe of success in order to prepare for the greatness that's coming in your life. We're also going to talk about the greatest discovery. It is not gravity. It is not some formula. The greatest discovery you can ever make in this lifetime is discovering you. And we're going to take you through very specific exercises that helps you to discover, again, that purpose and that mission, and really discover who you are on the inside. Of course, module 2 will have, again, audios, videos, and worksheets that will help you to go through these things we're covering in module 2. Module 3 is going to be develop life discipline. Now, if you ask me, one of the most powerful habits to develop in a person's life to be successful, it's this one word right here. Discipline. Discipline is required to work out, to lose weight, to start a business, to move up in our career, to have successful relationship. It takes effort. You know, it's amazing. We like to watch sports, but we don't want to play them. The difference is the person that plays sports professionally, they have the discipline to perform at the next level. And if we want to perform at the next level in our life, it's going to require life discipline. So in module 3, we're going to talk about going from discipline and how from discipline comes freedom. The more that we're disciplined in our life, we have daily habits and routines that help us to achieve success. Guess what? The more free we will become. Do what we do now so we won't have to worry about how we're living later. Do what we are required to do now so we can enjoy a life that others can't later, simply because we mastered habit number 3, which is develop life discipline. In module 3, we're also going to talk about the 3 areas to master. There's 3 specific areas I'm going to give you, and with detail on how to master these 3 areas of life that will cause you to be disciplined. We're also going to talk within module 3 the 6 human needs and the 2 fears. There are 8 things, 6 and 2, that drive human behavior and human decision. You're going to find yourself within these needs. What needs do you value? What are the 2 fears that all other fears psychologists have said are based on these 2 fears right here? We're going to discover them in this module 3, develop discipline. We're also going to talk about the 3 things we need to change. There are 3 specific things in our life that if you haven't changed these things, you're going to need to change them in order to develop discipline and achieve success. We're also going to talk about how to deal with addictions. You know, you might know someone in your life that's struggling with an addiction. Addiction is not just alcohol or not just drugs. You know, addiction can be sports. We watch television and we isolate our family. We put our children behind and we don't see the tear in their eye because we're always focused on the latest game. We're keeping up with all of the stats. That is an addiction. Anything that is destructive or negative to our life that distracts us from our goals and our purpose is an addiction. So I've got some powerful tools in module 3 that's going to help you and those that you love deal with addictions. Finally, we're going to talk about mastering our psychology, our physiology, and our spirituality. These 3 areas are critical in order for us to develop more discipline. Of course, module 3 will have audio, video, and worksheet downloads for you to work through these exercises that we're going to do within these modules. Module 4 is think we, not me. Now, this moves us from thinking about ourselves and our own agenda, being selfish, and moves us to the next level. When we talk in this module, we're going to talk about from selfish to selfless. That's the difference, right? We're not about our agenda anymore. We're not being selfish and everything is about us. We're learning how to become selfless and how to serve others. And I promise you, this module deals with relationships. It's going to improve the value and the quality of your relationships. We're going to talk about the 5 R's of relationship. I've created 5 specific R's. All of these tools begin with the letter R. And each one of them is going to cause you to have success and to improve the quality of your relationships. The 5 R's. We're also going to talk about communication. There are 3 forms of communication, and I'm going to teach you what they are and how to use them. I'm also going to give you the bonus. I'm going to tell you which level of communication influences human behavior the most. You don't want to miss that. All right, then we're going to talk about relationship strategies. Every relationship in your life, your spouse, your children, your boss, your pastor, whoever it is, you have to have a certain strategy of how you manage that relationship in your life. And if you don't, it just goes haywire. So we're going to talk about some powerful relationship strategies. Then we're going to talk about 5 relationships to avoid. There's some people in our life we might have to help them pack their stuff and move out. They're in our life and they're causing us to not make progress. They're causing us to be distracted from our goals. So I'm going to give you 5 types of relationships and 5 types of people that you need to avoid. I'm not going to just leave you with the avoid. I'm going to also give you 5 relationships that you need to attract. There's 5 type of people that you need in your life. If you want to achieve greatness, you need these type of people in your life to help you to get there. Awesome stuff. And then we're going to talk about a relationship evaluation. We're going to go through an exercise where we evaluate the relationships in your life, what's going right and what's going wrong. Again, maybe there's some people we need to move out, and then there's some people we need to attract and move in. We got to surround ourselves with the right sphere of influence. Proximity is power. When people are close to you, they can influence what you do. And of course, module 4 again is going to have audio, video, and worksheet downloads available at the end of that module. Module 5 is called Achievement, Not Activity. In this module, we talk about how to focus on achievement instead of just activity and being busy. Have you ever felt like, man, I'm so busy, I'm doing this and I'm checking emails and I'm working on this project, and you get to the end of the day, you feel like you haven't achieved anything. In this module, we're going to focus on achievement. We're going to work backwards in this module. We're going to look at our end results, and we're going to look right here in our life outcomes. We're going to find out how to move from just being successful to living a life of significance. That's what we're going to talk about. And that's the difference between focusing on achievement and then just doing some busy activity. We're also going to talk about life outcomes in module 5. What is it that you want your life to outcome to be? What is the result? What is the end result you're really going after? What reputation do you want to leave behind? What legacy do you want to leave for your children? Life outcomes in module 5. We're also going to talk about becoming a person of value. There's distinct things that we have to do to increase our value. And let me give you one tip. If you want to increase the value of your wealth, you have to increase the value of yourself. Man, good stuff. We're also going to talk about decisions in module 5. Life is not a result of our conditions or our environment. Life is a result of our decisions. It's what we decide. When we start making the right decisions, all of a sudden our results start to change. So we're going to go heavy talking about decisions. And then we're going to get into time quadrants. We're going to find out where you spend most of your time. There's quadrants that we live in. There's time windows that we live in. And you're going to be able to see by the activities that are listed in these quadrants where you spend the majority of your time. That has a lot to do with how you're thinking about you, or are you working with others. It also is going to help you to develop more discipline. You might find out that you're spending too much time in the wrong quadrants, and you need to shift your time and your focus to a different quadrant. Man, that's great stuff. That's worth the whole course. Finally, in module 5, our to-do list, we're going to talk about audio, video, worksheets, and downloads will be available to work through these areas right here. Module 6 is going to be cultivate gratitude. Man, this is a powerful, it seems simple. You say, hey, I'm grateful. I appreciate what I have in my life. But are we really? You know, every day you don't wake up and feel like being grateful. We have to cultivate greatness in our life. And what we deal with in cultivating gratitude, we talk about attitude and what having the wrong attitude can do in our life. Our attitude, our perspective, our perception of things has a big difference on whether we're going to achieve success or not. So we talk deeply about how to get the attitude of gratitude going in our life and to shift our perspective about things. We then talk about gratitude, which allows us to choose, watch this, our mental state, our beliefs, our reactions, and our actions. That's a mouthful. Let me say that again. Gratitude allows us to be able to choose our mental state, our beliefs, our reactions, and our actions. Oftentimes we spend too much time in reactive mode. We're always reacting to what she said to me, reacting to someone that cut us off on the freeway. But we have to move into action mode where we're now taking action towards our goals and not being plagued and driven by the reactions of what others have done to us. So we're going to dive deep into that area right there. And then we're also going to talk in module 6, 2 beliefs that we need to fix. There are 2 specific beliefs that we're going to need to fix if we want to cultivate more gratitude. gratitude. We're also going to cover the 3 areas that block us from developing gratitude. We may want to be thankful. We may want to be grateful. There's 3 areas that every time those areas come up, they will block us from having gratitude. And when you're blocked from having gratitude, you close the door for opportunity. You close the door for new relationships. You close the door for success because our attitude and our perspective is not right. And so we're blocked from being able to be grateful, which opens the door for us to receive more. Awesome stuff. We're also going to talk about the attitude of gratitude, including a 30-day challenge. In this module, I'm going to give you a 30-day, what I call gratitude challenge. And when you're done with this 30-day challenge, you're going to achieve amazing results. Watch what happens in your life when you go through this gratitude 30-day challenge with me. It is transformational. And then finally, in Module 6, we're going to do our to-do list, our audio, video, worksheets, and our downloads. Finally, in Module 7, we're going to defy the odds. Oh man, I love that. I created that title because it inspires, it motivates. And what's going to happen in Module 7 is we're going to meet some people, some of who you know, Oprah Winfrey, Steven Spielberg, Colonel Sanders, people who had the odds against them and they overcame those odds. They didn't allow that to stop their progress or their process or their success. So you're going to feel inspired when you go through the stories of these people and find out what they did. But I'm not just going to leave you with some stories. I'm going to give you some tools. I'm going to give you 6 ways to start beating the odds. Not just 2 ways. I've got 6 strategic ways that's going to help you. I don't care what odds you're facing. I don't care who told you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough. You can achieve greatness in your life and defy those odds simply by following these 6 ways. I'm also going to give you 4 things that you need to repair. Sometimes we go on in life and we don't repair some of the things in our past that we need to repair. And those things will come back and continue to plague us in our future. We can't achieve success. We can't defy the odds because we are plagued by these 4 things I'm going to give you that you're going to have to repair. There's some things we need to repair. And once we repair those 4 things, we are ready to defy the odds. I'm also going to give you 8 lessons to live by. 10 years I've cultivated my life, and these 8 lessons I have learned along the way from experts, from professionals, from business owners, from leaders, and from my own personal life transformations. 8 lessons. Man, this is worth the whole course right here. If you can just master these 8 lessons I'm going to give you to live by, it will have been worth your time, your investment, and you will not be sorry. All right, finally, in Module 7, we're going to do our to-do list. Our audio, video, worksheet, and downloads will be available to help you through all of these right here in Module 7. Now watch this. Within this course, this is what you're going to get. More than 7 hours of teaching. More than 7 hours. You're going to get 7 downloadable videos. There's 7 videos you can download, save to your desktop, reference them, share them with others as often as you would like. You're going to get 7 downloadable audio files. So maybe you're riding in the car, you don't have time to watch the videos in this course. No problem. You can listen to the audio if you're on a trip or you're going back and forth from work, and you can just glean the information as you ride along in your car. Perfect. You're going to get 14 downloadable PDF worksheets, not 4. 14 workbooks we're going to give you as PDF downloads. You print these out and work through these, and they are going to transform your life. Finally, lifetime access from all of your digital devices. So you can watch this course and participate, whether it's on your iPod or your iPad, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on your desktop, at work or at home. You can access this course from any of your digital devices. And the last one is worth every single penny and then some. This course is going to transform your life and your results. I guarantee it. You know why I can guarantee it? Because it transformed mine. I went from living in my parents' basement. I gave up on life. I felt suicidal and depressed, and my life was transformed. In just 2 years, I turned everything around. Bought the Subway franchise, bought the investment properties, and today I'm successful running Adam White Speaks, Adam Empowers, and all of my other business entities that come up under that brand. So I'm very excited to offer this course to you, and this right here is worth it all. It's why I created this course. Not just for money, not just because I have nothing else to do with my time. I created this course because I want to see this happen for you. It will transform your life and your life results. All right. Now this course teaching and this content, you can see it's a mouthfeel. You probably have been watching this for a while. Again, it's really worth $997. It's really worth $1,000 for me to introduce all this content and all this information to you. Now watch this. For today and for a very limited time, and I promise you, it's a very short window. I want to get this course out. It's brand new. I want to introduce you. I want you to join it. But I promise you, this time is going away. It's going back to the full price. If you join my course today, what I'm going to do for is give you a price of only $297. Just 1/4. That's it. 1/4 of what the value of this course is worth. I've knocked it down to give you an introductory cost, an introductory price, so you can jump in and take this course. When other people start paying $997, you'll be thankful that you only had to pay the $297. Same material, but they're going to pay full price. So I'm encouraging you and inviting you today to jump in and join my course today, just for $297. And this course will be the gift that keeps on giving. And again, it's going to transform your life and your results. Hey, this is Adam White. I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for joining today. Again, just hit the join button. Either it's over here behind me or it's over on this side. There's a join button. You click join, fill out your information, and you get immediate access into my course, to those audios, to those video files, to those downloadable PDFs. And if you have any questions, I want you to send me an email at adam@adamwhitespeaks.com. I'm going to be inside the course, and I'm going to be teaching and coaching you. And I promise you, if you can have the time to get through all this information, my goodness, it will transform your life. You can share it and help others as well. So I'm so very delighted to introduce my course, Made for Greatness, the 7 Habits That Unlock Greatness Within, just $297. Jump in, join the course today, and I'll see you inside. Take care.